Hello Taurus, and welcome to your first of 2 monthly readings in May. The reason we're doing 2 monthly readings in May because we're in your birthday season. So happy birthday to you, Taurus. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at how the elements are affecting you at the moment. I look at birthdays, just to give you a background information, I look at birthdays as like the start of your new year. And this is what's happening for you. You're starting this new year. You should be starting on a lot of projects as you go forward. And then as we go through each individual sign, you're going to start seeing how the elements of that sign will affect you as we go through the year. But today we're going to be looking at the Taurus elements within you and see how that affects you. So happy birthday to all you Tauruses watching. And please, all of those cross-watching, say hello to your Tauruses and wish them a happy birthday as well. And what we're doing for the Taurus, we're going to be doing pretty much a full reading for the Taurus sort of flower because we're in your season. But let's just start off by looking at your Astroflower, shall we? So here we have the Astroflower that is in front of you here at the moment. You can see it's made up of multitudes of different types of elements. You can see this cardinal fire that comes through here, down through this section here, which is coming from Aries. You also get that cardinal water and earth that comes in from Cancer. You get the mutable energies from Gemini and the mutable energies from Pisces. And touching your fundamentals, your influences from the universe, you get the fixed energy coming in from Aquarius and the fixed energy coming in from Leo. Your actual elements here is what we can see on the whole of this flower here. On the top section here, you can see this fixed earth, which is you. And then on the bottom section, we have this fixed fire, which is also you, but it is the base of your flower. Now, there's only 4 pure signs in regards to elements. You've got Pisces for the water, Aries for fire, Virgo for earth, and air for Libra for air. The rest of the signs are made up of 2 elements, basically. It's best to describe, so for example, Capricorn or Sagittarius. That's the most easiest one to look at. Capricorn's got the head of a goat and the tail of a fish. So it has its top element, which is earth, the goat, and the bottom element, which is water, which is the fish. And you have this similar sort of thing with Taurus. You know, a bull, if you look at the Taurus bull, if you look at the bull in the field, they're usually very calm, actually. In Taurus, you tend to be very calm. But there's a lot of fire going on underneath the surface, isn't there? I have Tauruses personally within my family. Happy birthday to Leo, my son. He's a Taurus. And yeah, he's very calm. There's no doubt about it. Calm, cool, and collected. But at the same time, he can be very fiery if he needs to be. And that fire comes from its base. So what we're going to be looking at today is those sort of elements that come in from, that's going to be playing with the cards that we're going to be doing in a way of an Astroflower reading for you. And then on the 21st of May, when we move into Gemini season, that's when you're going to get a second reading and you'll see, and it'll be for the season of Gemini, and you'll start seeing how the elements will start affecting you and your plans, your love life, business projects, whichever spiritual growth, whichever is really interesting you at the moment, and how best to get out of the situation, the elements out of the situation of the world that is around you. So without further ado, welcome to the Astroflower. And let's go into your reading, shall we? Look at that. Lover's card. I'm just trying to pick it up, and that's what comes straight out of the pack. Absolutely amazing. Right, let's just go into this. I hope you have a lovely reading. Thank you very much for being here. Really do appreciate all the stuff and the support you give to this channel. Yes, let's just see what's going on for you. We've got the overall energies here. We've got the cardinal message, the karmic message for your relationship side, karmic message for your financial side, influence in the universe, influence from your past self, influence from your future self, and the general outcome. Okay, so let's just see what's going on for you. Overall energy here, Hierophant. Yeah, it's getting, this is the overall energy. This is getting into starting to put into action the steps you need to take in order to get to where you want to be in life. And this could be on both your financial and on your relationship side. Relationship side, financial side. I don't know whether I said that. So yeah, so it is applying that in a very religious sense and being very systematic about it, very rhythmical about it, and just really, really getting on within your life. Let's see what's going on in your karmic path here. Yeah, have the devil. Now, as you can well see here, let's just cut back to your Astroflower. Now, on your Astroflower, you have that cardinal fire that comes in down this section here, and you have that cardinal earth that comes up through you. Now, this fire will be fed by the earth. It is like the essence of fire. You need wood in order to create fire. And then it will suck in the air, transform the air into water, which is really good. So what are these fundamental things that's coming from it is the finer detail, which you will be good at because it's that earth that flows through you and it gets produced into water. The only thing that might be missing is ideas. And this is where you've got to be attentive to detail within your relationships at the moment. Do not get dragged off into ideas that are just not in line with you, in line with what you wish to achieve in the way of relationships and so forth. Because that is that element that comes from outside of you, within your relationships that are around you and how it affects your karmic path. But here is your sort of, for this next sort of 3 weeks, it's sort of saying to you, keep an eye on the finer details. Let's see what's going on from the universe, how the universe is influencing you. Eight of Pentacles. I would really put this down to a Taurus card as well. The other thing that you should notice here, when we got in this section here, you can see that on the inside you've got fixed earth, and the exterior you've got fixed fire. Now this is you in a way. This is how, because Leo has the opposite to you. It has fire at the top and earth at the bottom. This plays in really, really well for you. And this is all talking about knowing the steps you need to take in order to get to where you want to be going. So I would be very attentive to the finer detail. This is what that finer detail is all about. And that's what the universe is bringing into your life in regards to relationships. In your connection to your past, you have the Ten of Cups. Usually the last 3 months before your birthday is that sort of moment of recognizing what you've done in the last year and what you want to do in the coming year, basically. And it seems like you might have been umming and ahhing about this, that, and the other, about certain relationships around you or certain spiritual paths. And this could be to do with family, friends, community, not necessarily one-to-one, but certainly everything that is around you of where you've come from. You've actually come through a complicated situation where you've had to square things with yourself. Now, you have that splitting cardinal energy that goes through here, and then you've got that double fixed earth, as you can well see here. You've got the double fixed earth there and on the bottom section there, and that bodes very, very well for you. And this conflictual thing between the cardinal water and the cardinal fire that is inside you more than anything else can sometimes make your hot-headed emotions come to the surface more than anything else. But here it looks like it's a beautiful thing. It's something that's tied into your energy. It's tied into your happiness after difficulty. So I would allow those happy emotions, those passionate emotions to really come to the surface. On your future self, you get the Page of Swords. This is where we get the first bit of air. One thing you should notice here on your Astroflower, let's just go back to that. One thing, if you notice here, there isn't a lot of air. Now that's the only air that we can see there. That's the mutable air that comes in from Gemini. Now Gemini is obviously two people. It's the sign that's next to you, very heavily influencing upon your sign. And it gives you that sort of view of both sides of the coin in a way, and allows you to go either way according to what works well for you. So this is where you want those beautiful ideas to come in with that mutable air just above you, and it allow those fire, that passion that's running down into that petal that's coming down through here, that cardinal water that's coming up, that's giving a certain direction to your emotions. And this is going to help to convert your ideas into reality. And as you've got the fixed earth above it, this is what's going to sit beautifully and well for you. Let's just see what goes on the general outcome. Heart's desires. Now this is where you get the fire and air crossing just below your petal 10. This is a really good for sort of, obviously, as I said earlier on, the only thing that is missing in fire is that air to convert it into emotions. And look what you get. You get the Ace of Cups. This is giving you a really good focal point over the next 3 weeks of how you, I think, how you offer love or offer your emotions to people around you in a very, very concrete way. But it's also how you engage in life. It's also how life is also bringing in those emotions into your life and making you feel good, making you feel like you're winning in life. It's certainly something to do with development of a relationship with the people that are around you. It seems to be, I wouldn't say it's work, but you're certainly sort of applying yourself into the steps that you need to take in order to get the results that you want. And the results are pretty obvious with that Ace of Cups. It is just offering it and sharing joyous and emotional moments with the people who you respect and have around you. Let's just have a look what's going on your financial side. You get the Five of Swords. On your financial side, this is where you get the mutable earth, mutable water, and mutable fire on this sort of section here. And this can help you, this can make you swing both ways. And sometimes you can get the grit, you know, the bit between your teeth, as it were, in emotionally sort of speaking, in your relation, in your financial sort of side. And I would be a little bit wary of that, a little bit wary of being caught up in things that, yeah, you could easily win the situation, but is it worth it? Let's say you had to really fight to earn, say, like $100, rather than concentrating on something that's going to bring in $500 for you, or £500, or whatever currency you're using, Bitcoin. Let's just say, or 500 Bitcoin would be lovely. But yeah, it's like that sort of thing. So it's helping you to really concentrate on the things that have got real value for you. And I think it's worth fighting for that rather than getting involved in people, getting involved in situations and in people that, yeah, just really hold you back more than anything else. On your influence on the universe, you get the Queen of Swords. Now, on your elements, you get fixed fire and fixed water. Here, this is how the universe stabilizes your karmic path. And what the universe here is asking you to make your choice. Choose your path, the path that corresponds to you in regards to your financial rewards, in regards to your career path, your business, your projects, whatever you so wish to do. You have to choose it. And it's coming in, as you can well see here, it's coming in from the outside and coming into you. And it's confronting this Five of Swords here and stopping the universe is really helping you to stay really clear about where you're going into your future. On your past, your future, you get the Justice card. This is where you get a double water. You've got your fixed water at the base with your mutable fire, but also at the above, you've also got mutable water as well. And then obviously it is capped on the exterior by your fixed earth yourself. And I think this is where this toing and froing emotionally, and it's between your emotions and your passions, it helps you with this Justice card to find harmony in the direction that you have chosen. And it's sticking to the plan more than anything else. And I think your past self is almost sort of saying to you, don't get involved in that conflict because you've got better fish to fry. Stay calm, stay in balance with yourself, and keep your eye on the goals, basically. And then you get the Queen of Cups. Now, we've got two queens down here. Now, above here, we got that mutable water and mutable air with the cardinal fire that comes into you here. And I think this is where the Queen of Cups really plays into that emotional or that passionate, fiery side that you are engaging with life. I think once you choose your path, or how the universe helps you to really define your path as you're going forward, the future self is sort of saying to you, now to see what parts of the passionate parts of your economic growth, your business, your projects, and so forth, really stimulates you and helps you to grow as well. And then once it helps you to grow, this is when you can start radiating this lovely energy that you can have within you. That's very, very positive, very, very productive as well, because you've got all the elements available here. You've got fixed earth, your fixed earth, mutable water, mutable air, and your cardinal fire. And this all, bringing it all in together, is in a way, it's helping you to stay passionate and engaged with your pathway. And I would do if I was you. Out the top, as we've said before, we get the crossing point of the fire and the air. This time here, it's more sort of the fire that's coming into your life. And this is like sticking to that plan, sticking to the idea of what you've put into place, of what you want to experience this coming year from the past 3 months. So in the general outcome is to really stick to the plan. I think there's also travel involved as well in here. This is where, you are, in order to get the results that you want within your financial side, you've obviously got to go after it. It's not necessarily going to just come to you by sitting there and waiting for it to arrive. You've got to do a little bit of traveling on all of this sort of thing. So let's just see what's going on. We'll do a clarification with the Light Seers card. You get the Moon with the Hierophant. I think once you start following these evidence steps that you need to take, either on your relationship side or your financial side, certainly on your financial side, I think following these steps towards your goals and ambitions will help you. The surprising part of it, I think, is how it progresses very quickly, but also it takes out the nasty surprises in where you're going because you're following a plan. You're following where you should be going. On your relationship side, on your karmic path, you get the Star card, and that's what that Hierophant is all about. It's sticking to concentrating on the finer details within your relationships will allow you to really reach for the stars. And it's in your karmic path to reach for the stars, obviously. But don't get distracted by the world that is around you. I think that's reiterating that more than anything else. On the influence on the universe, you get the Two of Pentacles. Yes, you've got those Eight of Pentacles there, so it's good quality work, good connection with people, connecting in a very physical way within your relationships, and also it's going to reveal to you the relationships in these next 3 weeks that are working, that there's a beautiful exchange between you and other people in regards to your sort of your emotions, but also your physical engagement with one another. With the Ten of Cups, you get the Chariot card. Absolutely beautiful here. I think this is where this cardinal fire is coming into your life. It's really making it a lot quicker, making it a lot more victories. I think it's going to be easy for you if you concentrate on the finer detail. Easy for you to get quick wins, great situations, happiness, moments or evenings of happiness, good, respectful sort of exchange with the people that are around you. And that's going to really make you feel a very, very happy indeed. We get the Hierophant twice now. And with the Ace of Swords, this is where the Hierophant is now sort of saying to you, and this is in your future self, this is also that sort of cardinal fire, I think, is going to give you that directional thing. And I think you're taking it from within you, the intuition that is within you, in order to give you that direction for that fire. It's going to give you those steps that you need to take in order to get to that star. And obviously that's got something to do with that, something to do with the Ace of Cups. So actually reaching for the stars is really good for you. And it is consistent spiritual practices or consistent emotions, true emotions, almost religious in certain sense, combining multitudes of different aspects of life. Look at that. Look at that. And with the Hierophant as well, it's a marriage card. Maybe this is giving you ideas of marriage within your life. Look at that. Ace of Cups, Two of Cups. I think once you start really engaging and allowing that sort of love and happiness to come into your life, this is where you can really combine it, not only with yourself, if you're looking at spiritual practices, but with other people. Once you start sort of engaging with the world that is around you, it's going to make things really, really beautiful on your relationship side. On your financial side, look at this, Eight of Pentacles again. We've already got it here from the influence from the universe on your relationship side. And this is what I'm saying here is it's like concentrating on the things that really work, knowing the good quality work that you've got within you that you can apply in your life in order to get the best results. And I would stay away from conflictual situations that are just not worth winning more than anything else. Yeah, choose your path. This is from the universe. Choose your path. And in choosing that path, this is where you're going to find your strength. This is where you're going to get rid of all your doubts or fears or inhibitions, and allow you to stride on in confidence in the direction that suits you the best. With the Justice card, you get the World. This is tied into your new year, your birthday. When your birthday kicks in, the first thing that really kicks in the way of your planning will be your financial side or your material side of life. And this is a whole new paradigm. It is a Capricorn card, so it suits you very nicely. The Justice card is much more of a sort of a Libra card, pure air, which is good for you as well, because you, as we saw in your Astroflower, you don't have a great deal of air, and anything that you can bring in to that air will help you to have a very passionate future. But the World card here has all the elements that are available to you as you go into this new dimension. It is stepping through a portal into a new dimension, and the World gives you everything. Nothing you have or we have on this planet comes from elsewhere. Everything comes from the earth. There's no other way around it. With the Queen of Cups, you get the Empress card here. Giving birth to something new. And this is where we're sort of sticking to the plan, as it were, as I was saying earlier on. Once you start sticking to the plan, that's when you can really start creating things. There is a degree as well of having a control over your emotions, but that's the lesson on your karmic path there, I think, of not being, don't get pulled into that, like a rag before the eyes of a bull, like a red rag that's sort of making you charge. as it were. And I think this is where you need to be really absolutely clear in your vision of where you're going. Once you do that, then you can really apply the plans of what you've got for the future, that Two of Wands. And out of it comes as well, the influence from it is the Seven of Wands. This ties in beautifully from where the universe is actually influencing you as well. This is that strength, that solar plexus that is within you. You being a little bit in your bubble. I almost feel like you need to, on your financial side, is almost like sort of, it's almost as if like you're shutting the outside world out because you're concentrating on what you're doing. The only problem with that is if you do shut the outside world out, you're not allowing the opportunities to come in. And this is where I think you need to be very decisive about where you put your energy, your time, your money, your effort into things, and concentrating on the things that really work for you. There you go, Taurus. That's for the next sort of 3 weeks. We will be doing another second, which is going to be the Gemini season. And I'm going to start doing it by signs rather than by months, because it makes a lot more sense. And certainly within the Astroflower, it makes a lot more sense. So yes, I will see you there for that. We will be back to the weekly readings next week. We've also got our dailies on these shorts as well. So make sure you sort of keep an eye on that. It's absolutely beautiful. We've also got our sister channel, Cymatic TV, where we do a lot of stuff about energy. I will see you either there or here, whichever way it is. It'd be lovely to see you again. In the meantime, it's all that's left for me to say is, yes, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.